You begin as the noise nobody can explain. A scratch behind the bedroom wall, a whisper under the sink, a voice that only comes after midnight. At first, everyone calls it stress, then lack of sleep, then grief, then imagination. But the dog won't enter the hallway anymore. The baby monitor keeps speaking in another language. The crucifix turns upside down twice in 1 week, and every mirror in the house feels wrong. Nobody says demon, not yet. First, they say the house is old. Then they say the family is troubled. Then they say the girl just needs help. Because demons don't arrive with horns. They arrive with doubt. They arrive with timing. They arrive when a family is already cracking. Your mother starts sleeping with the lights on. Your father starts drinking before sunset. Your little brother says he hears breathing from the closet. And you start waking up with dirt under your fingernails. That's when the case is born. Not in the church, not in the ritual. In the first moment, fear becomes organized. At rank 1, you are the witness, the one who sees the impossible first, the one nobody believes. You hear the knocking from inside the walls. You watch the bed move 2 inches on its own. You smell rot in a room full of bleach, and you learn the first law of every exorcism case. The demon doesn't need belief. It only needs access. At rank 2, you become the family. Now the thing has a stage, a dinner table, a staircase, a front door no priest wants to cross after dark. Every member plays a role. One denies, one prays, one panics, one secretly enjoys the attention, and one becomes the doorway. You don't know who that is at first. That's what makes the case dangerous, because possession never begins with levitation. It begins with permission so small nobody notices it. A game, a dare, a ritual played as a joke. A prayer spoken backward, a grief too deep to bury. By rank 3, you are the victim, the body at the center, the one the case will be named after. Your appetite disappears. Your voice starts changing when you get angry. You wake with bruises shaped like fingers. You begin speaking truths you should not know. Private sins, dead relatives, hidden affairs, things buried under floorboards and inside marriages. Now the room goes cold every evening at the same hour. Now the photographs bend on the wall. Now the doctors start running tests. That is always the next rank. At rank 4, you are the doctor, the rational gatekeeper, the one sent to protect the world from superstition. You check for epilepsy, psychosis, sleep disorders, trauma, drug reactions, brain lesions. You document the scratches. You record the language episodes. You note the sudden strength. You look for the medical answer, because that is your duty. And most of the time, you find one. But not this time, because this patient knows Latin without ever learning it, because restraints fail when they should hold, because the temperature falls 10 degrees during interviews, because every recording corrupts at the same phrase. And for the first time in your career, science does not calm the room. It retreats from it. At rank 5, you are the local priest, not the famous one, not the old warrior from Rome, just the man from the neighborhood parish. You arrive with holy water and a brave face. You expect anxiety, maybe mental illness, maybe a family begging for certainty. Instead, you hear your own sins spoken back to you from a child's mouth. You feel nausea at the bedroom door. You begin the blessing anyway. The house answers by throwing a picture frame across the room. Now you understand something the movies never do. An exorcism case is paperwork before it is battle. The church does not rush into demons. It investigates them. Every serious case must survive skepticism. That means notes, witnesses, medical records, behavioral patterns, proof that this is not theater, fraud, illness, or hunger for attention. You leave with shaking hands and a report in your pocket, because by rank 6, the case belongs to the investigator. This is where the church becomes cold, methodical, suspicious. You interview neighbors. You compare symptoms. You look for occult objects hidden in drawers and under mattresses. You ask what happened before the disturbances began. Who died? Who left? Who arrived? Who hated who? You learn that evil loves context. It enters where something is already open, and every family has a door like that. The investigator is not there to believe. He is there to eliminate every other possibility first. And still, the list keeps shrinking. No psychiatric model fits perfectly. No lie detector catches deception. No motive explains the self-destruction. No fraud survives the physical evidence. By now, the case file has weight. Photographs, transcripts, medical opinions, statements from police and clergy. The church hates sensationalism, but it fears negligence more. So the file moves upward. At rank 7, you are the bishop, the man who must decide whether the word possession can be spoken officially. One signature from you can authorize the rite. One refusal can bury the case forever. You read every page. You study every contradiction. You know the dangers on both sides. Approve too soon, and you feed hysteria. Approve too late, and you abandon a soul. This is the rank where politics meets the supernatural. Reporters are circling. The family is desperate. The priest is begging. The doctor is uncertain, and the victim is losing language by the hour. The bishop knows something the family doesn't. An authorized exorcism is not a miracle. It is an admission that ordinary tools have failed. When he signs, the room changes. The case is no longer rumor. It is now sanctioned war. At rank 8, you are the assistant, the invisible rank nobody remembers until the screaming starts. You prepare the room, remove sharp objects, cover windows, bring towels, water, restraints if necessary. Place crucifix, ritual book, relics, salt, blessed oil. You do not lead. You do not speak much. You hold. You witness. You endure. This rank sees the most and receives the least glory. Because the assistant is there when vomiting begins, when the voice changes, when the victim begs for death in 3 different tones, when the priest falters and needs the page held steady, when the family outside starts hearing furniture slam against the floor. You learn quickly that possession is ugly, not cinematic, not elegant. It smells like sweat, bile, metal, and fear. At rank 9, you are the exorcist, the specialist, the man chosen not because he is dramatic, but because he is obedient. You have done this before, or enough times to know that no 2 cases are alike. Some demons are theatrical, some are patient, some barely speak. Some mock every prayer with perfect imitation. The rite begins with authority, not emotion. You do not shout because you are angry. You command because the church permits it. The battle is legal before it is spiritual. That is what outsiders never understand. The words matter because jurisdiction matters. Name, permission, refusal, command, identity. The exorcist presses for one thing above all, a name. Because a name narrows chaos. A name turns fog into target. And when the thing finally gives one, the room stops breathing. At rank 10, you are the demon. Not in sympathy, in strategy. Now you understand the hierarchy from the other side. You were never trying to kill the body quickly. That wastes the case. You wanted corrosion, division, blasphemy, humiliation. You wanted the father hopeless, the mother guilty, the child defiled, the priest doubtful. You wanted the case to infect everyone near it, because the best possession is contagious without changing bodies. It spreads through fear, through obsession, through memory, through the question that follows every witness home. What if it comes back with me? The demon's true rank is not monster. It is manipulator, and the most dangerous demons rarely roar. They negotiate. At rank 11, you are the room. Now, the whole case shrinks to one location. One bed, one chair, one crucifix, one body fighting itself for territory. Hours pass, then days, then sessions separated by collapse and return. Sometimes the victim comes back for 30 seconds and begs everyone to leave. Sometimes the voice returns and laughs at their mercy. Objects shake, prayers repeat, the exorcist weakens. The assistant bruises. The family bargains with God in the hallway. And the room absorbs all of it. Every case has a room like this. a place forever marked. Even after fresh paint, even after new owners, even after the house is sold, because evil leaves architecture in people. At rank 12, you are the release. This is the rank everyone wants, but it does not always look victorious. Sometimes it is sudden, a scream, a collapse, silence. Sometimes it is slow, weeks of prayer, months of supervision, a return to appetite, to sleep, to ordinary speech. Sometimes the victim remembers everything. Sometimes almost nothing. Sometimes freedom feels holy. Sometimes it feels empty. Because when a presence leaves, it takes more than terror with it. It leaves a hole where terror used to live. And human beings are not good with empty spaces. The family wants celebration. The church wants caution. The doctor wants follow-up. The press wants a headline. But the released person wants something harder than survival. They want normal life back. And normal life no longer fits. At rank 13, you are the aftermath, the final rank in every true exorcism case. This is the part no movie loves. The interviews stop. The house gets cleaned. The priest is reassigned. The bishop locks the file away. The assistant has nightmares for 6 months. The family either becomes devout forever or never enters church again. The victim grows older with a face everybody recognizes in whispers. And the exorcist moves on to the next call, carrying one more darkness inside his memory. Because the end of possession is not the end of the case. The real ending is this: who did it make you become? The witness becomes paranoid. The family becomes divided. The doctor becomes humble. The priest becomes older. The bishop becomes quieter. The assistant becomes haunted. The victim becomes a living border between worlds. And the exorcist becomes a man who has heard something answer from the dark. That is why the final rank is never the demon. It is never the ritual. It is never even the miracle. The final rank is the silence after everyone leaves the room. The bed is still. The crucifix is straight. The window no longer shakes. Morning enters the house like nothing happened. But everybody inside knows something did. Because an exorcism case is not really about the moment evil enters. It is about what remains after evil is forced out. The stain, the memory, the new rules everyone follows without saying them aloud. No mirrors in that room. No sleeping alone. No locked doors. No jokes about spirits. No invitations spoken into the dark. Ever. And years later, when someone asks what rank matters most in an exorcism case, it is not the exorcist, not the bishop, not even the victim. It is the aftermath, because that is the rank that tells the truth. Whether the house was healed, whether the faith survived, whether the family remained a family, whether the freed person ever truly felt free, and whether evil was cast out or simply taught everyone a new way to fear.